Hey, what's up everyone? Y'all film fanatics out there. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep this one as very short as well. And I know this movie came out a while ago, even before Saw X, which I just did a movie review on. Go check that out. Um, but I recently got the chance to see it in theaters, and I don't know, and I saw The Nun, the original, like the first Nun, back in 2018. I kind of don't remember too much about it. Definitely was scary. You know, if you don't know, The Nun, both the first and second one are tied into the Conjuring universe. So that's also something I love about it because I've been with the Conjuring series and the universe for like a long time at this point, and I love that storyline and how they're all tied together. Um, but yeah, I just decided why not go see this. I thought, um, like I said, with me when I go to movie theaters, I obviously want to enjoy the movie myself, but at the same time, I love seeing people's reactions. So especially in a full theater in a horror movie, like that's my idea of just fun and just like I love. I don't know what it is about that, and that's why I also watch reaction videos, and that's why I make them. So, anyhow, yeah, I went to go see this in theaters, and surprisingly, there were a lot of people seeing this. Like all the seats were almost filled, and yeah, especially since it came out like September 8th or something. That was like over a month ago. It's crazy. Um, so to me, this movie was, yeah, like I definitely wouldn't say it's the best. Definitely not the worst. I don't have too many critiques on it. Like I said, every movie I watch or anyone watches, I would always suggest like I try not to give too much away. Like I said with my last movie review with Saw X, I never like to give anything away. Depending on the movie itself, I may spoil some things, but that's just really rare. I love, like I said, having people go see it and then from there, give their thoughts because I don't like spoiling things for people, because I know how that feels. Yeah, but The Nun 2, like I said, I think it's directly after the first one. Because sometimes for some reason I thought it was like a prequel or something, but no, I think it's directly in chronological order from the first one. And um, I think this is in 1956 France. Um, it just says, I'm just trying to base this off the synopsis I'm seeing right now. A priest is violently murdered, and Sister Irene, who's played by Thaisa Farmiga, I think. I keep forgetting. It's always like their names are so similar. Like there's so many siblings. Um, Let me just double check. Yes, it's Thaisa Farmiga. Yes, I got it right. Okay, thank God. Played by Thaisa Farmiga, and she, is Irene, Sister Irene. She begins to investigate, and like I said, she comes face to face again with the face of evil, the nun. And all in all, I'm just gonna say it was a pretty enjoyable, entertaining movie for sure. Lots of good tension, atmospheric tension is what I would say. Suspense and just yeah, there are a lot of jump scares for sure, but I think sometimes with the way they do it, it's pretty effective. It's not just random ones or something like that. I mean, besides all that, what I do gotta say, what I liked about this movie is like the first thing I thought of when I was watching it in the theaters was the imagery, like how striking the imagery is. Like, I'm pretty sure they did this for the Nun, the original Nun, obviously, um, but I feel like it's just with the color palette. I'm getting kind of detailed here, but the color palette of the like the filter of the film, I don't even know how to explain it, but like it's very gray and gloomy, and obviously with a lot of horror movies, you get that depressing and gloomy effect, kind of intensifying the storyline itself or just the atmosphere, you know. So that's what I was saying. Like the imagery, though, when I say that, like especially with the Nun itself, you know, I can't explain it really well. I feel like you'd only understand if you went to go see it, you know, just the imagery with the evil itself. I don't even know how to explain it. You see what I mean? I definitely love the imagery. I also love the framing of the shots. Like sometimes, you know, I love those shots that like especially in horror movies where you would focus on the forefront but also the back front, and then you see something in the background, right? But you don't, and you see it move, but you don't like see it in focus, and it just feels, I don't know, and then it slowly like either pans. I don't know, I love those still shots that like linger a little bit too long, and I don't know, I'm like I said, you know me, big film fan, so I can't use this correct terminology to explain it. You just have to go see and experience it yourself, because I feel like whenever me or anyone tries to explain something, it's not the same as experiencing it yourself. All I can say is like it was awesome, and I would definitely recommend seeing it for sure. So, and the last thing I'm going to say about this movie, like I said, besides, uh, you know, I love the Conjuring series so much because James Wan, brilliant director, producer. He's done some. He was like my introduction to horror, and that type of horror itself. It's so amazing. So talented. Think last thing I gotta say though is just I loved seeing this in theaters because it gave me that nostalgic feeling of being back. I know I'm young now, my younger years, like even younger years where I was literally like it went to go see to see like horror movies in theaters, like these kinds of horror movies in theaters, like The Conjuring level. Um, and I would just love seeing and hearing people's reactions. It'd be so much fun because it just feels like, you know, it feels cozy and it feels like you're all there to experience something like share something in common, and everyone in that theater is enjoying themselves, and it's a good time. That's why I love horror so much. It really impacts audiences. Um, but yeah, no, I think that's all I have to say for this movie review. I would definitely recommend going to see The Nun 2. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10, maybe. Yeah, you know, wasn't the best, but wasn't the worst. Definitely an entertaining watch for sure. So if you guys have any time to go see it, I would recommend checking it out. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.